Give me a sign. Anyone out there? Let's see. Anyone out there? Hello? Anyone there? Okay. Looks like we're live now, thank God. Hello, everyone. This is me, Chef Felix, from Quarantine Life, GovsRadio. Hope everybody's out there listening. Just trying to get situated here. Had a little problem getting on like everybody else. Getting getting all the bugs out. So the next time that we're on, we're going to be in good shape. So let's see what we got here. All right. Just let me get you guys on my other device here. So if I get any messages, I get to see what's going on. Move you a little closer. All right. So here I am. Quarantine Life. I'm here in North Babylon. If anyone's familiar with North Babylon, that's where I've been spending most of my time since I left you guys. What's going on here? Can you guys see me? We see you. Okay. Just I'm a little frozen on my other screen here. Okay. So anyway, I'm here babbling in North Babylon, which makes sense, right? Babylon, babbling. Okay, I missed everyone here. A shout out goes out to all you viewers and listeners and everything. I missed you all. Unfortunately, because of the crisis that we have, a lot of the restaurants, as you know, aren't really doing that much, or some of them are, but obviously no one wants to really come on our show because they have other obligations. They have employees that may not be coming in for whatever reasons, and they have to really attend to their businesses right now, which is very important. And plus, you don't want to be in a small studio, and plus the studio is shut down, so there you go. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to tell you what I've been doing, which probably isn't much, and also give you a couple announcements and give you some news. I have a show coming up next Tuesday, which I'm very excited about, and I hope a lot of people participate in it, and it'll help you get through this crisis, this virus crisis, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it, I hope. Okay, let's see. Where do I start? First of all, I have my Montoro Cafe coffee right here to keep me nice and warm. And actually, according to the news and everybody else, everyone should have a hot liquid, at least, I would say at least 3 times a day. It's going to be really healthy for you. What happens is the virus can enter through the throat. So when you drink the warm liquids, it actually pushes it down into your stomach. And as we know, our intestines have different types of enzymes and everything like that. And that will actually destroy the virus in your stomach. Once it goes into your stomach, the virus gets destroyed. So that's something everybody wants to think about. What I do is I have coffee in the morning. For people who drink tea, it's ideal. You can have tea. And then during the day, what I do is I take some hot water, lemon, and honey, and I take a packet of Equal. You can use sugar. Mix it up and drink it that way. And it's really a nice kind of warm drink. And it's going to help you through the crisis with your throat and everything. And then again, you can use tea. You could get the packets of broth, like chicken broth and beef broth. You could actually drink that during the day too, which will actually help you with your appetite and everything like that. So let me just see who's watching us and give a shout out right now. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, after I tell you what I've been doing, I'll make some announcements, like I said, and then I'll tell you a little bit about myself, okay, which is what they would like us to do. So let me see if I can fix this here and give a couple of shout outs to everybody here. Okay, see, where are we? Okay, so obviously Ken, thank you for watching. Ken's out there. We have Joan Cruppy Asher and Danielle Asher, who I call the Cutie Pies. So they're watching. I got Bonnie Scalisi, of course, is watching. And it says here, I can't do it, so be proud of yourself. I'm going to do Facebook Live, and they'll put me on Governor's page. Actually, Bonnie, I did it, but I was kind of stupid, actually, because once you press the Go Live key, a box comes up with different sources, and I didn't scroll down to see Broadcaster, and that's the one you got to touch. But next time, on Tuesday and the next time, I guarantee you I shouldn't have any problems, but I don't like to say guarantee. See, who else is watching here? I think Gina Kinjami was watching, which thank you, and looks like we have the whole crew. Right now, for some reason, I cannot scroll down to see everybody, so I'm just gonna leave it like this for now, and then when I get to the messages, I'll be able to get to your message. Okay. So thank you all those people who are watching. Let me tell you what I've been up to. Not much. I've been staying home, watching a lot of movies. I watched a lot of shows. I was waiting for Ozark to come on, and it came on Netflix. I saw that. I don't know if there's anyone who are Ozark fans, but that's a great show. The ending was unbelievable. It kind of kept everybody, I guess, I don't know what to say, but it was kind of dragging a little bit, but then it got more exciting, and I don't want to give away anything, but there was a new character that was introduced that made it even more exciting, and also the ending was really incredible. I didn't really expect that. Actually, I didn't know what to expect, but it was really good. I'm not going to say because people may still be watching it. I've been watching Better Call Saul. I don't know if anybody likes that show, but I was a Breaking Bad fan. So to watch Better Call Saul, it's great. It's like a continuation. Plus the character is very interesting, I think. And I love the other character, Mike, which is incredible. He's incredible and a really good actor. What else? I watched The Walking Dead. Okay, which kind of, if you think about it, it's almost close to what we're going through now. All we need is people to pass away and then become zombies, and we're right there. So that's something that's interesting. I've been watching some movies, which I'll get into. Discuss, my background. I love a lot of old movies. My wife will contest to that. I'm probably stuck in the 1960s to 1970s range when it comes to movies, sometimes even before that. So I've been watching some. They had some John Wayne flicks on, which I like John Wayne, and I'll get into that more. Taz is watching. Thank you, Taz. I was waiting for some kind of picture she was talking about. She was drawing, so I can't wait for that. I got Elaine. Hello, Elaine. Elaine Donahue. And how you doing? And we're going to make an announcement about Elaine, because I believe you're the Elaine that's been on the show for Exotic Liquors. And we'll talk about that. Yes, my liquor stores are still open. We're going to make an announcement, Elaine. Don't worry, I'm going to get to that. Bonnie Scalisi's up to season 3 in The Sopranos. You're a little like behind there, Bonnie, but it's a great show. I'm sure you're going to love it. I think they're going to be coming out with a movie about the Sopranos when they're younger in Newark. That should be interesting. A lot of the cast members, some of them have died off, unfortunately. As you know, the main character died off, literally, and it's a shame because it's a great show. They could have probably brought it back and done wonders with it. Danielle watches Better Call Saul, but I have the new season on my DVR. Need to catch up. Yeah, catch up. It started to get more intense. He actually became Saul Goodman now, and he started to deal with certain people I'm not going to tell you about, and it's getting closer and closer to the Breaking Bad aspect of things. Okay, so where are we going now from this point on? Uh, Again, I've been home. I've been watching those shows. Uh, I'm here with my wife. People in my family now. My wife is home at work. Does that make sense? Where she works, they want everybody to do their work from home. Okay, which means that she's here and she's actually the next room in on her computer working and probably listening to me and shaking her head at this point. So this is my wife. I have a picture of her right here. That's Harriet. Right there, that's at a function that we went to several years ago. And I love her dearly, and she's got a great smile, as you can see there. And she's a very pretty individual. And I'm very lucky to have her. And I'm saying this also because she is in the next room, but I really want you to know that I really am fortunate to have her. Being married to me is probably no picnic, but she's a wonderful woman. What can I say? The next person that's in my house is my son, Ryan, who you all know. Right there, that's him. He is the engineer of our show and also the producer. And without him, I really wouldn't be able to make the show possible. So thank you, Ryan. But he has another job, and he's at that right now. So he's still out there working. But his place is closed to the public pretty much, and they're just doing a lot of work in the place itself. So that's what Ryan's up to. Then I have a stepdaughter who is on furlough from her job. So it's pretty much me, my wife, and my stepdaughter. Then Ryan every other day, pretty much. Again, he's at work today. So if he was here, I probably wouldn't have had the problem. But it still worked out. So everything is good. You guys are watching. Everything's ready. So that's what's going on with me. What I did was, for my wife, I guess, what I did was I got her a whole gardening set up. Because I think this is a good time. I got her a whole bunch of seeds. I got her a whole setup, like these little hot houses and everything like that. I got her gardening tools and stuff because she really likes to go out and plant things and stuff. So to keep her busy and possibly me, we're going to plant seeds and we're going to start our own garden this year. I think everybody should actually do that with the situation the way it is. It'll be kind of nice to grow your own produce and everything. So I have a whole bunch of seeds, corn, eggplant, obviously tomatoes, and other things, other vegetables, zucchini, for us to grow. I got her a nice little herb garden set up that she's going to do. So that we can have some nice herbs, you know. And that's a great idea. It'll be fun too. So that's something maybe you guys want to look into while this crisis is going on, or quarantine is going on. You may want to look into that. That'll be something that's pretty fun to do. Okay, so I want to make some announcements here of what some of our guests are doing, some of the restaurants and everything. This way, if you have any questions or need answers or want to go somewhere possibly or need to get some food takeout, and also, you know, this is also an opportunity for me to help them communicate everything to you guys out there. So after I take a sip of my coffee, I have a lot to announce. So here we go. Okay. Or actually, I live here in North Babylon, and around the corner from me is Wally's Bagels, who was on the show. Great bagels, tremendous bagels. They are open from 9. What they do is they're doing curbside pickup from 9 to 2. So what you do is you call up. They got a great system. You call up, place your order. They give you a number. Then when you get there, you call a number. You tell them, give them the order number. They come out and they give you your order right there. Okay, which is a great system. Elaine, who we just said is watching. Elaine her and her sisters have 3 liquor stores. And I think during this time, it's kind of important. Maybe you want to stock up on liquor and have a good time. So, Elaine in the Exotic Warehouse, Wines and Liquor, okay, on 111 West Hoffman Avenue in Lindenhurst. That is open. Also, Amity Babylon Warehouse Wines and Liquor, 860 Montauk Highway in Copeg is open. And then the third one is the new Union Wine and Liquor on Union Boulevard in West Islip is also open. So they're open and they're fully stocked. And according to her, they have 192 proof vodka. So if anyone really wants to get really ossified while you're home, you don't have to worry about any DWIs or anything like that. Why not go there? Okay, so that's what Elaine's up to. Kelly Key from All American Wontons. She's in Hicksville. What she's doing is she's doing a lot of curbside pickups and everything from her little truck that she has. Okay, and then in the town of Babylon, a lot of places are closed, but No More Spanish Market is closed right now in Babylon Village, but they're going to be working on something, and they're going to let us know something is going to be coming up for them in the next 2 weeks. Okay, Chef Tom, if anyone remembers, he's like our third guest from last year, because the show's actually a year old, which I'm really happy about. I wish we didn't have this, so we'd be doing something more interesting. So Chef Tom from La Tavola in Sayville, he's going to be announcing something exciting that he's working on. Once I find out about that, I will let you guys know. James from Huntington Humidor. Everybody knows James. He's been on the show about 4 times. He is the man who has a plethora of knowledge of cigars and probably everything else. Okay, what he says is to go on his website, get on the email listing, and then you'll know what's going on. He'll send you different things of what's going on with the humidor. I suggest you do that. It's a great place to hang out. Spiro, everybody remember Spiro? He's been on the show a couple times. He was the guy also dancing with the belly dancer. Great guy, good food, good Greek food. He has a truck, and he also has a restaurant in Wantaw called Simply Greekalicious, right on Wantaw Avenue. And what he's doing is he's open now from Tuesday to Sunday. Okay, so he's open 6 days a week from 12 to 8 p.m. And he's giving free rice pudding to all first responders, okay, that come to his place, get orders, takeout, or whatever. And also on all delivery orders, they're giving free rice pudding. And his rice pudding is delicious, so I would definitely go for that. All right? And that's also on delivery orders, you get the rice pudding. Okay, Gabby's in Park Bake. Everybody remember Gabby from Park Bake Shop in Kings Park? She wanted us to know that they're hoping to open on May 1st. Okay. Liberty Links, if everybody remembers that, it's in Baldwin. Great place. The guy has all sausages he makes himself, all different types of things. He's open from Monday to Saturday from 12 to 8. Okay, next, the Maui Chop Shop out in Rocky Point. That was a great show. That was our Christmas show, actually. They're running a 15% off curbside pickup. So if you guys are out east, call up. He's got really good food. And you get the 15% off on the curbside pickup. What's better than that? And he's open from Wednesday to Saturday from 4 to 8 p.m. Okay? Next, St. Patrick's Day just passed. That was our last show. We had 2 shows on St. Patrick's Day. We had the Tulip Bake Shop, Ann and Sean, that also owns Swing the Teapot. Swing the Teapot, unfortunately, is not open right now. But the Tulip Bake Shop is open. I suggest you go there. They got great, delicious white bread, cakes, cookies, anything you want. So if you're in the Floor Park area, right on Tulip Avenue, go there. All right. What else we got going on here? Roxy's Ice Cream. It's a dessert truck. All right. She's not around right now, but she'll be around for any special events. Okay. And she wants to thank all the first responders. All right. Hopwings Brewery in Bayshore. Okay. They're doing curbside pickup and deliveries only. How great is that? You can get beer delivered. How about that, man? So give them a call. And you can even get curbside. You don't even have to go in or anything like that. That's amazing. And in these times, having some nice brew from a Hopkins, it's got to help. Okay? Then we have Zorns of Bethpage. Everybody knows Zorns of Bethpage. Okay? They told me they're open daily from 12 to 7. Okay? And that they're going to have a touchless curbside pickup is available. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm sure maybe you go there and there's an area where all the orders are, which you name and everything, and you pick them out. Okay, so now we got. Okay, I gotta put this angle. Actually, this is the best I can do, so we're gonna have to deal with that right now. Chocolate Duck in Farmingdale. Everybody remember them? They came on the show. They had the chocolate covered bacon and everything. Okay, they're at 310 Main Street. Okay, Easter. I know this doesn't seem like it, but the kids. When I was a little kid, you always had those chocolate rabbits and bunnies and candy and everything like that. So if you don't want to disappoint your kids, okay, they are going to be open around the Easter time right now. You could actually call in orders or do orders online, and they have a curbside pickup. Okay, go to chocolateduck.com. Okay, that's important because you don't want anyone to feel like it's not a holiday. I mean, for me, okay, I'm grown up, my son's grown up and everything like that. It's not a big deal, although I would love to celebrate Easter. But, you still want to get those chocolate bunnies in, and we have other places too that you could do that as well. The Oak Chalet in Belmore, remember the German restaurant? Okay, they're going to be hopefully open for Mother's Day, okay, and then we're going to see them on the show in June, hopefully, if we're working at that time. All right, so now we got, remember Lisa from Sweetie's Candy Cottage in Huntington, right on 25A. They're open all this week for all your Easter needs. Call them for orders ahead of time for curbside pickup. Again, don't let your kids get disappointed. Go get a whole bunch of chocolate bunnies, so much candy. You got 2 sources here right now, okay? The next one is a future guest that hasn't been on yet, at the Pita Pit in Hopog. Okay, they make healthy sandwiches. They were looking for more healthy coming up in the future shows. So they're at 812 Wheeler Road. They're open from Monday to Saturday from 12 to 8. You can pick up, you can take out. Okay, they're also part of Grubhub, DoorDash. They offer lunchbox catering, let's say, which I don't think is going to be doing that much, but they have lunchbox catering. You could order online at pitapit.com. Again, if you in that area and you're looking for something different, you could go there. All right, next one, Sweet Peace in Lynbrook. I don't know if you guys remember them. They came on. They had the donuts. They were on the show where we had the mac and cheese, and we had the kids on. Kids Day, we called it. Okay, they're open this week for Easter, and then weekends. It says the weekends for the month of April. The rest of the month of April, they're going to be open on weekends. Okay, but they are open this week for Easter. Okay, next one. Remember the show where we had the lady with the truffles? So you could order these truffles online, have them sent right to your house. You don't have to get out or anything like that. Pig out. Do some truffles, man. That's what I would do right now. So Twizzles Tasty Treats at gmail.com. Okay? Or you could go on their website or their Facebook. So it's Twizzles Tasty Treats. They have all the different truffles. If you remember, they were delicious. Okay, then the next one is an important one too for your home while you're home. Pop This New York. Okay, they're shipping all orders right now. You can go on their website, Pop This New York, or you can go on their Facebook. Okay, and they're doing local deliveries as well. Okay, so they're kind of neat. You can get any kind of different type of popcorn you want while you're watching your movies, while you're doing your Netflix. Families gathering around the couch. You could do all that now. Let's see. Almost done. I told you it was a lot of announcements right now. Okay, Sweet to Lick. If everybody remembers that bakery, it's a vegan bakery. Okay, and they're in Williston Park, 78 Hillside Avenue. Okay, they are also on Instagram. They're open daily from 11 to 4. Okay, they're going to be doing 11 to 4. They're open from Friday to Sunday. Curbside pickup. Okay, uh, for the lunch and also some other times. But they are online at sweettolick.com. Um, if you want to order cookies, they're going to be shipping cookies across the country. So these are vegan cookies, so why not get them? They taste great. There actually is no difference, um, and that's something also you want to consider. All right. Then we have a lot of stuff going on where a lot of restaurants are helping people. Um, a little brittle of heaven. Okay. If you remember him, he was the gentleman that has the um, almond brittle. Okay, and that's an online business that he does. And lots of his proceeds go to autism. All right, but this time he's out there. It's Vito, okay, and he's out there and he's got a GoFundMe page. And what they're doing is, what they're collecting is going to all donations go to the frontline staff of St. Joseph's Hospital. I believe that's the one in Bethpage. Okay, what they're going to do is they're going to buy gift cards, restaurants, and stuff like that for all of the staff, for all they're going through. And if you go to the GoFundMe page, you can contribute to that. Okay, and that's what he's doing right now. Go on his Facebook also, and he'll have everything there. So that's a little brittle of heaven. Okay, Vito's a great guy, great humanitarian. So go and support him. And then Dang Barbecue, guy I know very well. He's been on the show 2 times already. Great humanitarian. Okay, Anthony from Dang Barbecue. And when Dang Barbecue's doing, they're in 2 locations now. They're in Islip and they're in Seaford. Okay, they're open for takeout and delivery. All right, just you can send them messages through Facebook. You could give them a call. All right, and also what they're also doing is if you know any families in need that can't afford things, any elderly, anything like that, give them a call or message them on Facebook, and they're going to give them free dinners, okay, which is really important. He's out there helping everybody, all the needy out there. Anthony wants to feed whoever is needy. They want to help. Okay, that's Dang Barbecue. Great guy. Another great guy, Satellite Pizza, Marcus. He's another guy out there in Bayport. Open 7 days. He's doing a lot of donation stuff. A lot of for the local EMTs in the hospitals out there. He also started a GoFundMe page. So definitely go support. Go there. Go on his Facebook. He's got Facebook for his GoFundMe page. He's out there. He's helping the EMT and the hospital people out there. Marcus is another great humanitarian. We have a lot of fun when he's on the show. And he makes a great pizza, great Italian food as well. All right, my last announcement is actually one that's a little heartbreaking for me. And I don't know if anyone remembers, I had a show about pets, okay? And also on a Halloween show, I had Beanie the Bulldog, okay, from Hurley's Heart Bulldog Rescue, okay? Josephine was the owner of Beanie. I spoke to her, and unfortunately, Beanie had to have an operation, and he survived the operation, but he didn't survive after the operation, and he passed away, which I'm very upset about, because he was actually going to be on one of our shows in April. So Beanie the Bulldog, I don't know if you guys remember him. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Josephine, his owner. So if you want to contribute anything to Hurley's Heart Bulldog Rescue, go to their Facebook page or whatever, and give a little donation, $10 in honor of Beanie. Okay, please do that. Again, I'm very upset. I don't know if you remember, Beanie came on Halloween. I got this card right here from Beanie. It says, "To Chef Felix, thanks for supporting the Bulldogs. Love and kisses, Beanie." Okay, and there's this little, if you can see his little paw print and everything on there. And he gave me this great statue. for him to remember him by. It says diet, forget about it. And it's a bulldog and a Chef Albert. So, Beanie, we're going to miss you. I don't know what else to say. It was a shock to me, and I'm really sorry it happened. He was a great bulldog. He was on the show, never caused any problems. Great guest. His owner, Josephine, is a great person, another humanitarian. So that's really all I have for announcements. Okay, which was a lot. I don't know how I got through that, to be honest with you. That was incredible. So let me see what we got coming up next now. All right. So let me see comments here. All right. Bonnie misses going to the restaurants. Okay. I rarely travel, so that was my favorite thing to do. Gina Kajemi, coffin. She wanted me to angle the camera down. Gina, this is about the best I can do. Thank you, Taz, the artist, for wishing me good luck or congratulations on my first year. Greg DeFilippo is watching. Hello, Greg. Ken is saying hi to people. Bonnie says she's so sorry about Beanie and everything like that. What else we got going on here? I got Kyle Kratzy is watching. I hope I said that right, Kyle. I got Kenneth Shevlin is watching. I should know that name. Don Sill is watching. Hey, Don, how are you? Love your show. Love your graphics. I hope I'm doing good. Let me know. Maybe one day I'll be on your show. I do know some comedy. I did do the stand-up at one time in my life. I thought I was pretty good, but unfortunately I never really kept up with it. I had a lot of other commitments to make in my life. And I really didn't expect to be on an HBO special. So, but it was great. I did it. A lot of people saying, sorry about Beanie. I got Ann Moyna. Okay. Great to see you live. Ann and Shane Seymour. I don't know what else it says here. Okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's Ann from the Tulip Bake Shop. Okay, great. All right. So, we got, of course, DJ D Love is watching as well. Unfortunately, you can't call in there, DJ D Love, but I know you're watching and everything is good. Okay, a lot of people love me. Thank you, Taz. I love you. And that's it as far as comments go. Let me see how much time I got. I got about maybe another 15 minutes. Whew, that was a lot to say. Another thing that's coming up in my life is I've been approached to write a cookbook. I think I'm going to do that, especially while I have the time off. I'm pretty excited about that. If it comes into fruition, figure around the holidays, I'll have a cookbook out. It's not going to be like a regular cookbook. I'm going to put a little twist to it, which I hope people will enjoy. And hopefully you guys out there will support the cookbook and purchase it. Maybe that great little stocking stuffer, whatever it is. I guess it's a new level or a new plateau in my life that I'm going to try. Hopefully it'll work out. So get ready for a Chef Felix cookbook, I guess. Hopefully around the holiday season. All right. What else is going on? Hope to get back to the studio. I think we might be getting location equipment, so that means I can actually bring new restaurants at their locations. Certain times we may do that. Looking forward to maybe doing some farmer markets, some truck events, anything like that once that comes into fruition. I got a lot of restaurants that are anxious to come back on once we are back again on the air. I want to try and make things more exciting, more interesting. I want to focus in on health. Okay, I may do something. Hopefully, I was trying to get in touch with the Weight Watchers or one of these diet programs. Actually go on it myself where I can see my progress, because I would love to lose some weight for my health, for my family, and everything else. Plus, I'd have to... It's always good when you lose weight, sometimes when you have to, I guess, have someone monitor you, or you have to answer to somebody. So if I have to answer to you guys out there, I'll just make it more important for me to want to lose the weight. It's very difficult to lose weight, especially I have a bad hip, so I'm not that active, so I can't really exercise like I used to in order to, in order to, excuse me, in order to lose the weight. Okay, so Bonnie says she could use a cookbook. She boiled eggs for 12 minutes, and my boyfriend said that was too long. Okay, Bonnie, you were only off by 1 minute. A perfect hard-boiled egg, my experience is 11 minutes. Once the water boils, 11 minutes, then you put them under cold water, start to crack them, and you roll the egg so the shells come off easily. All right? So 11 minutes, tell them. Okay, tell them, I know because I used to do a lot of hard-boiled eggs, and 11 minutes was the magic number. Okay, so you might have been a minute over, okay, but the magic number is 11 minutes for a hard-boiled egg. Okay, which brings me to the next point. Starting Tuesday, I'm going to have a spin-off show. It's called COVID-19 Iron Chef. I hope to have a lot of fun with it, with everybody out there. It's COVID-19 Iron Chef Quarantine Kitchen Survival with Chef Felix. Okay, it's going to be on at 12:30 every Tuesday, 12:30 to 1:30. We're going to use that time for you guys. I'm sure you got stuff in your refrigerator, food bins, whatever you don't know what to do with. We're going to get a chance to discuss it. You're going to message me, and we'll discuss it. I'm going to be offering some suggestions. We're going to be covering all different things. I think it's going to be a good thing for us. We can have a lot of fun with it. For instance, I guess for the show coming up, I have some books here that I'm going to recommend. Like I have here, The Kitchen Companion, okay, by Carol Clements. This is something you should always keep in your kitchen. It's like an encyclopedia. It's got a lot of concentrated stuff in here. It even tells you about measurements and everything else. Called The Kitchen Companion. You can probably get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You could do that too. And I'll go over this again on Tuesday, these books. The next one is what I had to use in cooking school, which is Larousse Gastronomique. Okay? This is an entire encyclopedia, especially when it comes to French cooking. A lot of culinary greats use this. It'll tell you all the sauces, how to make them and everything else, what goes into them, and it's a very heavy book, trust me. And the next thing, a book that I recommend is the Sinatra Celebrity Cookbook. Okay, why this book? I thought it'd be a great idea while you're on quarantine to, when you watch a movie or something like that, to make it an event. Okay, you're with your family, you're gonna watch a certain movie, which we'll discuss. Tell me about a movie, and we'll discuss a menu for you to do, or what you want to use to entertain everybody in the house. Okay, so there's a lot of different things that you can do. Like for instance, I know everybody was into, and I wasn't really particularly into it, but my wife really liked the, what was the name of that show? The Tiger one?
Oh my God, Tiger King?
What is it?
Tiger King?
The Tiger
King, I believe.
The Tiger King on Netflix. Wasn't one of my favorites, but if you're still watching it, you can have a Tiger King food party with everyone in your house. I would recommend something like shish kebabs, if you could do it, if you have the right food, or you tell me what you have, and we could do something like that. So again, I hope we have a lot of fun with it. Tell your friends, share it. It's going to be a great show. I'm really looking forward to it. Something that I just thought of, because of myself, I've been trying to cook things with whatever I have. I'm not going to be cooking, unfortunately, because we really don't have the supplies or anything for it. It's very difficult to get food now. Yesterday, I was looking at 4 or 5 different places where I could get food for my family, and it was very difficult. And I ended up having to go to a very expensive butcher in order to get everything. So you can't get everything you want. So you have to make do with what you have and be creative. Like last night, I got already cooked chicken cutlets, which you can get from a deli or a butcher or something like that. And what I did was I took some ham and some cheese, and I melted them on for a nice quick chicken cordon bleu. Okay, and we served that with a salad. It was a great dinner. And if you had garlic bread, you can make your own garlic bread with that. Um, Again, it was a great dinner, quick, easy, and that's what I'm talking about, really. What we could do out there for everyone. Okay, I got maybe hopefully like 10 minutes left or so. What else can I talk about? Let's talk about. I guess I'm gonna get a little personal. Tell you a little bit about myself. I may carry this on to the next show on the 23rd. Um, I'm from Long Island. I was born and raised pretty much here in Long Island. I grew up in a town which is considered probably the most stable town. Um, and as my wife puts it, it's like a twilight zone type of town because everybody really doesn't change and everything stays pretty much the same no matter what. I grew up in a town called Garden City South, which is right by Garden City, Stewart Manor, Franklin Square, and West Hampstead. That town is so small that we share a lot of different things. We share the zip code of Garden City. We share schools with Franklin Square, and we have our own. Uh, and So it's kind of like a Stewart Manor. Stewart Manor is kind of similar to what we were. And it's not a very big town. It doesn't really spread anywhere, but it's a nice town. So I grew up there. I went to kindergarten in Washington Street School in Franklin Square. From there, of course, being from a Sicilian Italian background, my parents wanted me to go to Catholic school, so I ended up going to St. Anne's in Garden City, if anyone knows where that is. Spent 8 years there. I guess I could go into other things while I was there, like I was born with red hair. I thought I was actually Irish, and growing up and going to school in Garden City was really predominantly, especially at that time, an Irish Catholic town. Okay, it was so Irish Catholic that it had a statue of JFK. JFK was gone by the time I went to school, but they had a statue of JFK next to Mary Magdalene, which actually kind of made a lot of sense because we know what JFK's habits were. That was a joke, if anyone wants to know. So I grew up. I went to school there for 8 years, but I did not go to Cary High School, which is in Garden City South, actually, where everybody in my area would have gone. I actually was shipped off to a military school called LaSalle Military Academy, which I have right here. And I spent 4 years. It was out in Oakdale, so not only was I around the Garden City South area and stuff like that, but I also was out in Suffolk, in Oakdale when I was a teenager. I'm not going to lie to you, the school was very difficult. The first year was hell, okay? I could tell you stories about that, but I don't have time. But I eventually made it. I graduated, and here you go. And that was me, senior year. Cadet Captain Felix Rastusha. I know that's kind of funny, but I finally made it. I worked very hard to get to that level. I was a good student. I was straight as a pencil back then. And I was able to become a company commander, Company D, and I got my little saber right here, okay, that I had when I was an officer. And if you kind of think about it, the school I went to was a very politically incorrect school. As I just showed you, we had weapons that we would wear. Can you imagine today a school where you carry around weapons and everything like that? So I went to the most politically incorrect school probably there ever was. But again, I would tell you stories, but I don't have time. But I did make a lot of friendships. Right here, two of my best friends. Okay, at my friend Angelo's wedding. Angelo's in the middle. Then there's John DeFonte, the gentleman with a lot of hair, a lot of gray hair. John DeFonte, and then me, if you recognize me, right there. So these are three guys. I'm still friends today since I was 14 years old, if you could imagine that. So a school like that, you form a lot of close ties with other people too that I'm close to that went to that school. We're all considered brothers, even though maybe sometimes you didn't like them when you go to school, but now they'll do just about anything for you. I got a call last week, or this week actually, from a guy from a class below me. Haven't heard from him in years, at least 40 years, and he called me to see how I was doing because of the show he was watching. And hopefully we're going to have his daughter on, who's a pastry chef at the Garden City Hotel. And perhaps if we have the equipment for location, we'll be able to go to the Garden City Hotel and see all the different pastries that they make that she does. All right, so that's another exciting thing that I'm thinking of doing. Okay, again, I was born and raised in Garden City South by Harry and Josephine Mastusha, which is right here. This is my parents, my favorite picture of my parents right here. Circa either late 40s or early 1950s at a nightclub in the village. Okay, that was them. I love this picture. I love the way they look. They're so happy. My father is dressed impeccably. My mother too. I just wanted to let you know what it was like growing up. My father had auburn hair. He was called Big Red. I was called Little Red. Everybody has nicknames when you're in an Italian family. And being a Sicilian, I had to go to work with him during the summer. He just to see what his business was like and everything like that. Not my sister, not my mother, just me to see what it was really like that he went through. And again, I have stories. I can't really discuss it right now. After that, I went to a couple of colleges. After I graduated LaSalle, two things happened. Okay. First was I went to Hofstra University. I went there. I was in ROTC. I was in the Reserve Officers Training Corps. I was probably not the best student. Okay, mainly because when you come out of a military school where it's just boys and you're disciplined heavily, once you get out in the real world, you notice something's different. Like you have girls in your class. At that time, you were able to drink beer on campus at the Rathskeller. So I spent most of my academic periods watching Happy Days and shooting pool in the Rathskeller, drinking Heinekens. So it wasn't a very good match for me. And it was very difficult. My father was sick. He eventually passed away. I was going to, I think it was Fort Benning or Fort Bragg down in Georgia to go through a rigorous training. And I was going to be a second lieutenant in the Army Reserves. But he passed away before that. And with my grades and everything, I decided to take a break because I was probably going to get kicked out of Hofstra anyway. And that's what happened to me. And besides, I didn't really appreciate what I was doing. I was taking accounting and everything, and it just wasn't for me. I always wanted to be a chef. I'll get into that another time. But then I went to Arizona State. I lived in Arizona for a little bit. Again, beautiful weather. All complexes have pools. And with that comes women in bikinis, sunbathing, lots of parties, a lot of things going on in a school like that. I think it was voted the number third top 10 party school in Playboy magazine. So again, that really wasn't for me, although I did have a good time there. And then the major I picked was computer engineering, which really wasn't really for me as well. But eventually, I did go to Adelphi University. I did graduate with a business degree. I did well, and I met my first wife. Then we got married. I had my son Ryan, and I entered into the business world. I did a lot of traveling. I was a sales executive. Later on, became a regional sales manager. I saw a lot of the Midwest, a lot of the South. I did a lot of traveling on the road and in the air, and it was good. Didn't really enjoy it that much. But then, while I lived in Pittsburgh with my family, my wife was lonely. She wanted to come back home, and we came back, and then we decided to change our careers. She went into Nassau Community for medical technologies, and I went eventually to the French Culinary Institute to become a chef because I did have restaurant experience. I used to work in a restaurant while I was going to school. I used to spend a lot of time there, called Scotch and Sirloin, which I'll get into on Tuesday. So I went to the French Culinary Institute and became one of the top 10 students in my class. I was there during 9/11. I will never forget that day. We saw the plane into the Twin Towers. We had to stay there. Going home was I walked from down the Pearl Street up to the Long Island Railroad, Penn Station, and it was like a war zone. I'll never forget that. And I did my part while we were there. I cooked. We would go to different local firehouses. We cooked the fireman meals. During that time, the San Gennaro Feast didn't happen, but we had a lot of supplies from there. So we'd be making a lot of lasagna, a lot of bean ziti, and everything like that for all the first responders. I made a lot of chicken, fried chicken. They called me the Colonel. That's how much fried chicken I made for all the first responders. I did it with the 11 spices. They gave me the recipe. I was able to do it. So I make pretty good fried chicken, which I haven't made in years actually. And I became a chef, and I'll go into that more on Tuesday. But I did go to the French Culinary Institute. This is one of my cookbooks that I have here, signed by Jacques Pepin, who was a dean at the time. I don't know if you can see that. Jacques Pepin signed my book. These were guys from my class. A picture of me, if you could see it. That's me over here, where my finger is. And those are one of the chefs, Chef Sisto, and the rest of the guys in my class. I had a great time in the city doing that. I don't know where all these guys are now, but I would love to look them up and see where they've been and what they're doing and stuff. I learned a lot from them. What else I have here to show you before I leave you? This was my final project. This was a project where we had to do dinner for four for under $40, and this is my recipe book and pictures of the food that I did. So I called it La Cucina di Familia. So I based a lot of dishes on growing up as a child from different people that influenced me and what they did. So, like for instance, my first dish was escarole soup. That was in my family. Right there, that's what I did. That's what it looked like. That was one thing, escarole soup. That was from my grandmother, Domenica Marcella. She would make that. Then I made a nice fresh tomato salad with mozzarella that my grandfather, Giuseppe Marcella, would make right there. That was great. I made that. And then just so on and so on. Tripe I have in here that my mother made. And a little salad. And then the main course, which my father influenced me with. And then the dessert, I made something that my father also inspired me with. It was a peach with ricotta dessert. Very good. He inspired me. And it's a great book. I did very well in it. It got me through school. It was a great project that I would love to do. Okay, so I don't know what else. I hope I entertained you guys for this part. Looking forward to Tuesday. So think about anything that you want to make with. What we're going to do is we're going to try and answer all the messages that we can on Tuesday. Whatever doesn't get covered, I will personally go through the messages and I will message you back what to do. You guys can always, anytime, message me on Let's Eat LI. Message me on Felix Estucia, my Facebook. Anything that you're thinking of that you want to do, please message me. If I can help you, I will. If I can supply you with a recipe, I'd be happy to do that. I'll tell you what to do. Okay. Just want to say thank you to Tony, Sally, and Mike for helping me out through this so that I could broadcast to you and give me the opportunity to do quarantine life while I was bored here at home and give me the opportunity to do COVID-19 Iron Chef. Okay, so I'm looking forward to that. I guess I'll be signing off now. I just want to see if there's anybody else watching. I mean, I don't expect to probably get a lot of people, but maybe later on people will watch the show here. I'm very hoarse right now from talking. Um, I just want to say for the other people that have been doing this quarantine life, kudos to you as well. Danielle Asher, you were the first one. You had some problems, just like I did. But I think Danielle, as a newcomer, is doing a great job. She really is. Great personality. For chit chat, get rid of Eric. Just keep Danielle. Sorry, Eric. You know I had to say that. That's it. Just missing everybody, all the fans. Hopefully, I could. Whatever I do, I really want to do for you guys, and that's really my motto. When you cook, you have to care about the person you're cooking for. So whatever I do for you guys, I just want to put a lot of care into it and hope that you guys have a good time with it. So I'm looking forward to Tuesday, 12:30, and I'll see you then. Okay, next week, and then I'll see you again here on Quarantine Life on April 23rd. Now I'm gonna sign off, get the critique from the little woman in the next room, and that's it. So be safe out there. I'll get into more of my life on the 23rd, tell you what I like growing up, and that's it. And then on Tuesday we'll get into the culinary aspects of things, and that's it. Just be safe out there, everybody. Drink some hot liquids three times a day at least. Lots of fruits and vegetables. Get up, do things. Even me, I'm guilty of not really moving around too much, but you gotta try and do it. And that's it. So thank you very much. Have a good one. I'm gonna take this thing right here, and I'm gonna sign off. So take care.